here and hear my response. I hate when things like this happens. It happens a lot. When doing things like this, you guys, sometimes people may be a little bit misinformed or may not read the room. But Rico, I want you to know this. That wasn't about you. You know what happened? I was listening to Jay Dunn in the morning. You know, listening to her, and she mentioned that someone that I'm not going to name on my channel was cash shopping someone for a pack of cigarettes, and I was just shocked because I'm like, wow, not the one that's the big baller shot caller. The one that ain't smiling no more in pictures anymore. I'm talking about her. Now, if you ever had a situation where you may have do that, I was not pertaining to everybody that may have to ask like that, for anything. But when it came to her, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. You know, honestly. But I would say, thank you for letting me know how you feel. I feel like in this year, you know, there's no need to associate myself with people that may come out on a bag on me. There's no need to give second and third chances. So, hey, if it gotta be, look, if it has to be like that, it can be like that. I'm still gonna be who I am. I'm not finna bow down. I'm not finna kiss nobody else. And that's another thing too. You know, when I was talking in that video, I was talking about one particular person, one particular person. And for you to think that I was talking about you, it blows my mind. And I mean, like, why would I talk about you when I have, I supported you, I bought, your coffee cup, I did all that. But then you get on your channel and you be so vocal on how you really truly feel about me, just like everybody else. So it's I ain't gonna lie to you, it's expected. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm not even shocked about it. Some of the things that you said, it's going in one and out right out the other for me. Because I ain't, I don't hold on to a lot of things, because I done heard it all, baby. I done heard it all. But I thank you for showing me how you truly feel, and I thank you for giving me, the real you when it came to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I ain't got to go back and forth here and there and everywhere. It is what it is. But I wasn't talking about you. If I was talking about you, I would have said your name. But if I didn't say your name, let alone say certain details about what you may have been going on, you shouldn't even said anything of you. I mean, you shouldn't have a problem about what I was talking about. And that's one thing I don't like, because it's so many people out here right now. They got a problem right now. They got a problem with certain things I may have said in a video, but I was not pertaining. I was not talking about you. I wasn't pertaining to you. That's crazy to me. I don't get that. I don't get that. Hold on. So I never came at you hard. What I said, you said I heard what you said about what is it? Requesting cash outs, but I can easily, let's be another show. But I can easily be talking about requests and cash outs, but that ain't. But I mean, if I ain't gonna lie to you, no, I ain't gonna lie to you. If a hit dog holler, it holler. But at the same time, I wasn't hollering at you for you to even bark at something like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it's like shit. That could have been for anybody. I mean, you don't think that I don't think that when I watch people that may be talking about somebody else, you don't think that I may be they may be relying on a message not only to that person but to other people out there that may be on the same shit. I'm just saying. I don't think they are talking about me, but at the same time, whatever they're saying, trying to help somebody else out, you would think that you would grasp on, you would take a grasp of it, and try to at least apply it to your life. That's what I'm saying. But I won't get offended by it. That's not who I am. I'm not that. Look, even though I was born in July, baby, but at the same time, baby, hey, you won't see my eyes and none of this shit. You won't be seeing me cry. No, not at all. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. I don't like doing it. If I have to release, I'll release. But other than that, I ain't gotta release. I don't. It is what it is when it comes to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, if you think that I came for you, I didn't come for you. I look, like I just said, and I don't want to have to repeat myself. I just told you one time. So for me to continue to explain it to you, it's nonsense to me. I mean, look, if you thought that I was talking about you, you could have what you really could have really did as a grown man is if you could have hit me up on the back end instead of bringing it to the front end. That's what I'm saying to you. But you didn't do that. You didn't. See, that's not how I even operate. I don't. And then I heard your video. I heard your video. You did. Hey, I heard all that. I heard all that. I heard all that. But that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I ain't on here trying to bash another brother. But you know what? Hey, like I said, if you want to, we can keep it like that. Hey, I ain't gotta acknowledge you. If I see you, hey, I can unsubscribe from you. I'm just keeping it real because that's really some of the shit that I heard you say. Hey, just let me know that you ain't really fucking with me either. Because I love I love when people have mad days because that really shows me how they truly feel about me. I'm not a fool, so thank you, congratulations, salute, salute, salute. That's just how I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, baby. Give me 1 second, baby. I was a little thirsty, so I had to give me some water. Give me some water. But it is what it is. I ain't finna argue with nobody right now. Right now, I'm trying to have peace in my life. I ain't trying to be on some rah-rah shit about some shit that it had nothing to do with anybody that I fucks with. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. Why in the fuck am I gonna get on YouTube and talking, talk about you subliminally like I got a problem with you? Now, I don't get me wrong. I know folks may do that. But I ain't finna do that. And if you're thinking that it was a problem, you would have hit somebody up and tell them, hey, was you referring to me? I mean, because we get it all the time. I get it all the time. You should have asked that. Somebody should have asked that. Hell, you want to bring up somebody I used to be in a relationship with? Yeah, me and him both, we didn't ask each other that same shit. What you talking about us? That's how grown men ask each other shit. Were you talking about me? Hey, come on now. Like, I don't get that. But it is what it is. I'm not mad or upset. But hell, if you want to feel like how you feel like how you feel. I ain't got to, I'm not begging nobody to like me at all. I wasn't referring to you. I wasn't talking about you. But if you want to take that and, and think that I was on that type of time with you, go right ahead. I ain't finna force you to try to even believe it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna even force you to try to even believe it. Because I know what I said. I know what I said. I know who it was meant for. Most definitely. I knew. It wasn't something that was meant for you, but when you took it in that way, take it. I can't prove nothing. I'm not gonna prove nothing to nobody in this year. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So hey, another one bites the dust. It is what it is. Surprise, surprise. Keep on. Look, I love how over the years, you end up, just losing certain people that you fuck with or that you used to like. But you know what? Hell, at some point you'll get a good amount of people that may like you just like you like them. You know what I'm saying? But all that trying to make up and break up, and we're gonna be cool and go out to lunch, and we ain't from none of that. I'm not finna accept no apologies. No, I'm sorry or regrets. It is what it is. We're gonna leave it like it is. You gonna say your end, I'm still my end, bro. Keep it like that. Cause I ain't got nothing nice to say, really to you about really nothing. Cause it was really, you took that shit out of context, really. You really did. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not finna kiss no ass. I ain't finna say, oh man, please forgive me. No. No, because I meant my words, not for you, for somebody else. But hey, it is what it is. This is just YouTube, and people should need to get out there. Sometimes I think people are supposed to get in their feelings about certain things, and they may think that it's meant for them, but it's really not meant for them at all. At all. So why are you taking it so seriously to that extent? I'm just saying. Like, shit. Do you know how many times I done heard folks talk about some real shit? I just repeated that shit earlier. Shit, I mean, I done heard plenty of folks talking to someone about some real shit and what they need to do with themselves. You don't think that the person that was preaching that was talking about everybody else too as well? Whoever will catch it will catch it. If you don't catch it, you look, you may look, hey, you good, but you're good. But if you need to know it, you gonna catch it. It's gonna hit home, and it may hurt your feelings. It may hurt your feelings. It may. But it depends on who you are as a person. A lot of shit don't really hurt me, too much, because I didn't experience certain things. So therefore, a lot of the times, I'm usually looking, for the not so good to happen. It'll just be bad. But that's just that's just life. Like how it is on here, like right now, shit, everything is all damn good and dandy in my eyes. People want to bring up certain things, and they can. What's up, Deanna? How you doing? You said I think this was a misunderstanding. Yeah, it was a big misunderstanding because some down does that. I don't understand why he would do that to try to have him thinking that I was talking about him when I was never even shading him. I was talking about somebody else that was trying to be that's been shading me when I was on the panel at Jay Wilson's channel. That shit blows some motherfucking mind. But I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. He said SD was shooting crosses. Yeah, sure was. What's up, Sagittarius Nation? What's up? How you doing? Hold on, give me a second, you guys. I'm thirsty. Ooh. But yeah, this is a big misunderstanding. But like I'm saying, look, I'm gonna keep it real. Like I ain't gotta be cool with you. I ain't gotta be cool with you. I ain't too pressed by having a lot of niggas, on me that's on some cool shit like being a friend. Like shit, I ain't talking about that shit. I got day ones. I got folks that I've been on for 10 years and longer than that. Grew up with their asses, went to school with their asses. So I got that support that's not on, you guys on you would never see it, because they don't know about this shit. They don't fuck with this shit. So but at the same time, they know I do this shit, you know. But yeah, I ain't looking for support in them areas at all. No more. I really never have. I was just, being nice with help, with someone that's trying to offer me some help, and seeing what they talking about. But they weren't talking about too much of nothing because they pretended to be a lawyer, and they pretended to be a motherfucking lawyer, and they wasn't. What's up? Just figuring out. Hopefully you're not still mad at me. I don't want to laugh. Hopefully you're not still mad at me. Oh my goodness, this camera make me feel like I'm rounder than what I am. But it is what it is. I got a round face. It is what it is. I feel like I'm one of the. I feel very, very bloated. You guys, give me 1 second. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the camera around because I don't want to get up. You guys see certain things. So give me a second. Oh, I see you. Yeah, you say it's okay. Yes, indeed. It is. It is. It is. It is. I'll make it up one day. Maybe we can go to what's that place called? Community Bakery one day. You know, go out there. I won't be eating. I won't be too much indulging in the sweets because I'm trying to watch that. Because I see you eat clean. You know, you got me. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Just figuring out. You got me wanting to eat a little bit better and drink certain things. Forget all the stuff at the shelves on the shit on the shelves like the sodas and shit like that. And just shoot, eat it instead of eating pasta, eat a cucumber salad. Make your own type of salad because it's important for our people to get that stuff in their system, and you won't have no constipation at all. Look, it just flush right on out of you, and I love it when that happens. Not to be not to be nasty, not to be nasty. But it is what it is. We're human, you know. Yes, indeed. Eating clean it feels so good. And look, look the other day I tried my first vegan sandwich, and I was looking for the meat, but it had some meat in there a little bit, but it was mostly vegetables. It was vegetables and bread, and I really did enjoy that. I'm like, man, and then it had a little kick to it. It was I think I got maybe like a Cajun sandwich, so therefore I kind of should have already expected a little kick, but it was a little kick that I'm like, shit, I need some water. It was a little strong for me, but it was still good though. I still enjoyed it. I ate that whole. I ate it up. And I got some more food I gotta eat up. I would show you guys, but I can't do that. Can't do that. But at the same time, it's some soul food, baby. I would say what it is, but you know what? The person in my mind said you ain't gotta say that. You ain't gotta tell them no detail about that. Keep that where that shit at. Keep it underneath stuff. You know, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. You said that's You said that's a nice place, uh oh, you said Argent. Ooh, I'm sorry. I have big. I'm gonna say it. I have big articles right now, so I don't want to sound so illiterate, but I can read this though. It's something to me. Well, Rico, you should have already known that, because I mean, I would have never said anything like that about you, because I fuck with you, so I think that I would say that about you. But hey, I don't know. It's some big misunderstanding, if you ask me. I was trying to read Tiffany's comment. I don't like my face to be all in the camera like that, cause shit, I be looking very bloated at times, and I don't like that look. Mm-mm. That gotta change. I gotta drink more water and eat more fruits and vegetables, and lay off the damn, the hard meats. Ugh. But I can eat a good old chicken salad. Yes, indeed. And baby, have that shit on some lettuce and some ranch and shit. Give me some Ritz crackers. Baby, I go to town. That's my things. I also want some quesadillas. A good old quesadilla will baby will do the job right for a brother. I need about 3 of them hoes, maybe 4, because I'm greedy like that. Yes, give me some quesadilla with some guacamole on the side, sour cream. Yes, indeed, and some other type of sauce. That's a little different. I don't know if that's all just butter. I don't know whatever it is. It'll do the job right. It will. Oh, you know what? Just figuring out. I never heard of that place before. I'm reading your comments. I'm sorry, I have to go back up. Yep. Yep, boy. Don't forget my ass went out of here though. I done had enough. You know, I done had enough for the time being. I shouldn't be on here doing this, but I do it all the time. I don't like smoking on camera or drinking on camera. I look, if I am drinking on camera, I better have a champagne glass, or I need a glass. Holding the ain't nothing wrong with holding a beer, but I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm getting a little too fancy with it. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit too fancy with it. I'm with the elite. I'm just playing. I ain't got that damn high sedating, baby. No, I still keep it hood. Yes, indeed. Well, not hood, but I keep it ghetto. Cause even though I'm from the hood, I'm not hood. I'm just ghetto. It's a difference. Some folks be thinking that look, just because I'm from the hood, I'm ghetto. I'm hood. It's a difference. Them hood folks, they shoot. They don't really too much talk. I ain't gonna lie to you where I learned it. Well, I learned. I'm gonna tell you where I learned from Rick Reed. He explained it. Shit. He was like, "No, nigga, you ain't hood, nigga, you ghetto. You ghetto. It's a difference, nigga. It's a difference. It's a motherfucking difference. I ain't lying. It is. Yes, indeed. Because you can be in the hood all your life, the majority of your life, and still not, be acting like that. But even though you're from that, but you're not, hood. You just, you may have some ghetto ways, and you may, that's what you would be considered. You ghetto, you're ghetto. But if you was on some hood shit, you pushing weight. Okay, you got guns, you going here, and there. Where you doing the whole shebang. You know, you got motherfuckers shooting at you. You gotta look over your shoulder. And it's the truth. I learned this from people that has told me this. So yeah, it's been a lot of them. But I don't be around that type of crowd. I know better. I know better. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I stayed out for so many years. Because I could have been some of them names that, that has been written down in books about, them being deceased and how they died and stuff like that. So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. That's why I continue to just try to better myself. I could have easily been on here and cussing, going back and forth like a lot of folks may want me to do. But at some point, that shit get old. And it's certain shit I just don't want to entertain anymore. I'm like, shit, I just want to be happy. I just want to just do my thing. I ain't trying to be on some rah rah shit right now. I love my freedom. I love being happy. I love that I can talk and have a conversation with people that love me. That's what I'm on. And have a good ass meal too. But I ain't all that rah rah. We gonna have a fight. We finna fight. We finna cuss each other out. That ain't my type of timing right now. It probably won't ever come back. You know, at some point you gotta change. So you guys may see that change. Don't get me wrong. It may slip up. I may have some slip ups. Don't get me wrong. I may have some slip ups. But other than that, I'm still be the same. Still be the same. Yes, indeed. Well, you are right. It was never an issue with us, but you made it one tonight. You made it one tonight. Oh, I don't do that on camera, but you made one tonight. You did, you did. But it is what it is. I kind of feel, I feel two different type of ways at this moment right now. So it's like, shit. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say everything. I don't even like how I'm looking on this camera because I'm probably looking so bloated, eating the damn wrong foods. Get you there. Just saying. Yeah. But you guys, I'm finna get up and out of here. Look, it's time for me to continue to enjoy my night. But how things have happened tonight. Hey, it's just gonna have to be like that. It wouldn't. Whatever I may have said, and in the past or present. If you thought it was about you, I want to say this to everybody. It wasn't about any of you. Because if you had a problem with me, you know what I'm saying? If you had a problem with me, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But it seemed like a lot of folks sometimes may assume that. Because I done had moments where folks done reached out to me behind the scenes and asked me, was you talking about me? Was you talking about me? And just to hear that over and over again, it's like, no, I ain't talking about you. Why would I? What is the issue? If you haven't done anything to me, why would I be over here talking about you? For what? Now, I can have some messy ways, but I'm not. I'm not in. That's really that's not my character. I don't be doing all that. Not at all. Not at all. But hey, I ain't finna prove myself to nobody either. You know, I'm not finna do that at all. No, I'm a grown man. You either accept what I done said. If you don't, it's totally understandable. It really is. He said, y'all know, SB. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He obsessed with us. He is. I don't understand it. I don't even bring him up either over here. I don't want no shine. Look, the last time I did say something that was very, very disrespectful, boy, got my ass locked the fuck down for a couple of days. And when the days that I was off here, I'm waving the hand so I can get the light back. I like the good lighting. I do. But no, when I got sat down that a couple of days, I'm like, damn, shit, do I even want to do YouTube anymore? Shit, nigga couldn't even go live. I couldn't even do no type of updates and nothing. But I'm glad. But you know what? I'm glad that I went through that. Even though it wasn't really even though it wasn't really too much kind of like big. But I'm kind of glad I went through that. So it let me know the shit. Hell, you ain't always got to get on this bitch. You know, in the wee hours here and there and every day. Shit, just take a few days off. And look, them days off, hey, felt good a little bit, but at the same time, I wanted to respond to certain shit, that was going on, pertaining to what was in the pop culture world. But I couldn't do that shit, so I had to miss out on that shit. But it was straight though. It was straight. So I remember that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. But you guys, I'm thinking up on out of here for the time being. It's time for me to, exit to the left. I would get up here and start trying to dance, but I can't do all that. Like my dad used to do all that damn poppet locking and stuff. Like, oh my goodness! One time that nigga came out of a motherfucking box. He was in the center of a gymnasium, and he came out of box, percolate, all that stuff. Me and him talking like too, we talk well similar, like he said his words fast like I do. Anytime when he was rapping, if you guys go back, you just look up Casher Cannon versus Cannonball, because he is the original Cannonball. I'm not a Cannonball. I'm another name, but I really am you know, at heart I am a Cannon too as well. But on other paperwork it says something different. But yes, indeed, if you go back, you'll hear a little bit of him, and probably you probably may hear the resemblance or the resemblance of of our the way that we speak and talk and say our little rhymes and words and things like that. But yeah, yes, indeed. But I'm so glad that you guys was here to for the time being. I appreciate it. I'm finna get up and out of here because nightfall done hit, done fell. So nigga ain't got no cardigan on. I need a jacket on. That's what I really motherfucking need. I'm out here just with a shirt and I got pants on. I don't want people to think I'm out here naked. That's why I didn't wear my robe. Look, I came on her look with a robe on, but I was like, no, no, don't do that. No, we don't need them robe on now. Because I don't want them thinking, oh, he like, look, I be having moments like, do they ever think that I wash this robe? Like, yes, I wash all of them. And just hanging up. I just go in there and pick. Yeah. I got a little a closet like it's like, I would say it would resemble something that you would see, at Dillard's, or a mall. But the way that it is, you got a place for your hats, your shirts. You can have all whatever you may like. You can just put it all. It's all decked down. You got five. I want to say you got five little decks, and you can just put all this shit on there. My shit is packed. That's why I gotta get some. Look, that's why I gotta get rid of some clothes, because baby, I can't handle too much of that shit no more. All that old shit gonna have to go to somebody else. I'm finna donate a lot because I'm trying to get some more fresh stuff. Look a little more damper than what I've been looking, because I feel like I've been looking damp. I ain't gonna lie to you, like very damp. And I want to look fresh to death. I ain't gonna lie to you, I do. I do. I ain't gonna lie to you, I do. AD, I want to look good. Anytime I step out, I always get compliments. Anytime you people see me, they always compliment me. They'll tell me, they was like, man, where you get that from? Or you look good. I like that outfit. That's what they do. Look, I promise you, I don't be looking for it, but they come up to me sometimes and they'll tell me. But if I walk past and they're like, man, I'd have them look, where you get that outfit from? They'll tell me, where you get that outfit from? And look, I also had a motherfucker to tell me that was across the motherfucking street. I'm on this side, he on this side. He on the left side, I'm on the right side. He said, man, hey, you're fresh. I'm like, man, damn, okay, thank you. I look, I promise you, anytime I hit that motherfucking pavement, it's always some type of compliment. And I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. But I ain't doing it for them. I'm just doing it for me, because I like to look good when I go out. I love to match. I've been a matching motherfucker since high school and middle school. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. I was watching certain shows and seeing how they was dressed and shit. I just added what I seen from them, even though that wasn't a real thing. That was something that was fake and Hollywood shit. Whatever they was looking like shit, I'm trying to do my whatever I may had around the house put together and look like something, and I did. Look, and to this day, I still got a shirt that I made in high school, and I think I want to go. I think I want to go get it for you guys, if you don't mind. If you guys don't mind, would you still be here? I don't know. Would they still be here? I don't know. I ain't nobody famous at all. Nope, not at all. I ain't looking for fame, baby. I'm just being me. I don't like all. I don't want to. I don't want all this. I don't want all them motherfuckers in my business. Hell no. Y'all can keep the fame. I don't want no fame at all. I just want some money. I just want some motherfucking money. Shit. Fuck what you heard. You hear me? Fuck what you heard. Yes, indeed. I just want some motherfucking money. Fuck all that other shit. I want to be seen and heard. I don't want to be seen and heard. Fuck all that other shit, bitch. Look, whatever I may put out there, you may hear it. Hell, don't mean I'm finna repeat that shit for your ass. I ain't. Because you got people out there that would love. They would love to watch your videos, but also they would also love for you to repeat something that you said maybe a month or three or maybe a couple of weeks ago. Hell, I don't even remember what I said, maybe 5 months ago. Hell, I'm not gonna go down the line. Sorry, anybody. No, whatever I may say. Even though I don't consider myself as funny, but I do have my moments where I can be a little chuckle. But I'm that person. But it is what it is. But don't be coming around me asking me this, do that for what? Nope. Am I supposed to, be on demand for you? Hell no. Why would I? Sorry, you guys. I'm in the hood. Please forgive me. But you guys, I'll be right back. Wait, should I get up? I know they're gonna be snapping pictures. So what I gotta do? Turn the camera the opposite way. I'll be right back. I'm back, my babies. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna show you. Get this out the way. I know they love just screenshot, but this was a shirt that I made. I want to say in I think in ninth grade. In ninth grade, it looks pretty good. You know, it's still intact. I know you guys may have a hard time seeing that, but it's still intact. But I keep it. I was a very stylish person. I had some brown with this shirt. I had me some white and brown stripes shorts, and baby, I felt like I was just the nigga that was just in the building, looking good as usual. I went to Little Rock Central High School. The high school that got integrated. Um, and I was in there. I love being there. I got kicked out of that hole. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, "Look, peaceful out there. It is very peaceful out here. Very peaceful. I live in a nice neighborhood. I live in a nice neighborhood. They done already doxed me, so we just look. I'm underneath the carport, and everybody around me, they all have they carports and shit like that. The dog and some of them have pets in the back. Sometimes you may hear the other sides over on this end. They may be a little bit rowdy. Oh my goodness, they the hood folks over there. They the hood. They gonna have we gonna always have some hood folks in the atmosphere. But yeah. But other than that, it's very peaceful, very very peaceful. If you just mind your business, shit, I'm gonna mind mine too. I ain't gonna lie to you, but at the same time, I'm still looking out too. I'm just saying, you gotta be careful. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Look. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I got a knife next to me when I sleep at nighttime. So therefore, if I have to, hell, because bust a move, hey, I'll be ready to slice and dice somebody up if I have to. Only if I have to. And I'm being for real about that. I mean, I ain't being funny on that part. I'm being for real on that. I'll slice you up. That's why I locked my door. I love to have a room that's already locked. That comes with a lock. I mean, my bad. But yeah, I love it. I love it, baby. For me, I be feeling more secured. Cause I don't want nobody trying to, shit, open my damn door so quietly, like I ain't gonna hear it. Cause I can look the smallest things. If I hear a ink or a ah, it can, I'll be like, who the hell is that? That's just me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be that type of person. I wake up instantly. Mm-hmm. I guess it depends on certain things. Yes, indeed. You said my high school is all black now. We was oh my goodness, integrated when I went. Wow, wow, that's something. And I can see that. I can see that. Hmm. I feel like it was kind of like that here too. A lot of the times, you know, um, certain, for me, I feel like certain areas lived in, you go there, and you may not see too many of you there, and then sometimes, even for them, they may a lot of them did come here. I would say certain ones, I think we all have a good representation of those that we were around, because everybody wouldn't come up and then come to that bitch with highlights and nice hair slicked back and feeling like silk and shit. Mm-mm. There's some rough girls. Yes, indeed. But they was a cool girls. Some of them was cool. They was just on that shit. A lot of them white girls be on that on that white girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. They do. And you gotta watch out for their asses. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, right? You do. They won't get me like that. Mm-mm. Maybe that's what you do. I don't do that. That's what I tell them. I'm fine. No, you want to hit? No, I don't want to hit. No, I'm just waiting. I'm trying to get a good old hit on out of here. Okay, let me just get up on out of here and get away from your ass. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying. And I will hope that no one is thinking that I'm talking about them while saying that. I mean, we are content creators, so therefore, a lot of the times, anytime that we are talking, sometimes if it hits you, it hits you. But at the same time, we ain't talking about you. I know I'm not talking about anybody in particular. When it comes to somebody, I am, but not everybody. No, you know. I would hope that is understood, because I'm still gonna be on here and talking my talk. I'm not gonna be a person that's be like, oh, let me censor myself because I don't want to offend nobody, or I don't want no one think that I'm talking about them. No, I'm still be talking about whoever may piss me off. Yes, indeed, or whatever I may see, or whatever I may want to touch on. You know, and that's how it should be towards everybody. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't think we should hold restrictions or have questions about that. Honestly, we should. We all say what we say. You know, we do it all the time, all the time. But you guys, it's been real. I'm thinking up and out of here. I'm ready to go back in the house because I'm getting cold. And I thought I had a sweat out here, but it's just a shirt, and that ain't gonna do. Look, that ain't gonna do nothing but make me make me even more irritated. So, cause I get very very irritated very very easily. You guys, that's one thing you guys probably don't even know about me. I get very very irritated very very easily. I may not show it, but ooh, if I get to being quiet, just know it's a problem. Someone done pissed me off. Yes, indeed, and done pissed me off to the look to the umpteenth power. Yes, indeed. If I get to bite my lip, you see my lip. If you see me playing my look, if you see the bottom of my lip moving a little bit around this area, I don't think they can see me. If you see this part right here moving, baby, oh wait, oh I'm pissed. You may even hear it, but yes, indeed, I be biting on certain. I get angry. I be trying my best to control my anger, but at the same time, I'm a cool and calm. I'm cool and a calm person. I don't try to be that person that I know I can be, but at the same time, I know the repercussions of my actions. So therefore, I have to stop myself in certain things, so I don't be in trouble all the damn time. And but yeah, you guys, it's been real. I'm finna get up out of here because I'm cold. And I thank you guys for even liking the video. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen from there. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to just process how I'm feeling about this situation. Don't know how to process because I didn't do nothing. I never did anything to that person. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no words for that. But on that note, you guys, y'all be blessed and not stressed. And my ass is going back in the effing house. Yes, indeed. Let me read anybody that I didn't miss. Oh, dang, I can't even see your name. Um, what is it? I guess T Mac. How you doing, T Mac? But I'm gonna get one out of here. But yeah, oh yeah, we gotta give you a special little thing right here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Bye. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you for while you were here, but I didn't ask for your ass to be here, so you had to go with the scope. Sorry to tell you, bro. You know, I know you wanted to be in my chat and say this and say that, but I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction just to be in my presence right now, even though virtually. So that alone, you should understand if I was to see you in the physically, how far and away I would be from you. Since you want to stir up stuff, just keep on stirring the pot and watch your ass. Okay, watch your ass be in a ditch somewhere. Okay, be in a ditch somewhere. Not by me, I'm just saying. And by that I mean your channel, baby. It'll be off in the ditch and you be trying to out here trying to, hey, you guys, I'm back. Here I am again. For what? Look, to do the same shit over again. Like we want you around here again. Please. Please. I'm just saying. But you know what, you guys? I know you guys. I gotta go, and I'm tired of talking. I got really parched. So thank you guys for coming through. And I will talk to you guys later on. Peace, you guys.